It's another morning podcast.
I'm pretty sure last time we said we were going to stop doing these.
I know, it's too early. I actually woke up really early and I cleaned my shower.
That's very impressive. I slept in late because I had beer for the first time in forever. It was glorious.
Episode 71.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.
Born and raised in South Bay, lower class punk ass, I was Northwood grade. I had it made. Spent my nights drinking with my mates. Just a short bus ride up to PA. Red River Red. Then I hit the wall and I knew I had to bounce. They still say that 19 years ago. Well, I got the hell out. From time to time you may see me hanging around. Now I feel like a stranger in this town. Crocs and rolls is where I learned to play. Westwood Tavern's where I learned to walk.
Yeah, I think my chores are done better first thing in the morning when I'm ambitious.
That makes sense.
I tried yesterday to clean my house, but I woke up, well, not late. I woke up around 9:30, I think.
That's late for you.
Yeah, and I got up and I went and got a coffee, and then I went drove my car to the church.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to church.
You didn't get to the church on
just,
time?
It's just where I park when I go for a run because it's close to Mooney's Bay, and I run through the beach, right? Through the beach and down the canal path. But yesterday there was a cop there, and
Gross.
it was Saturday morning, so normally I park really far back in the church parking lot because there's like side parking, and then there's all these like middle of the parking lot parking spots, and I usually park in the middle of the parking spot, so it's all essentially the middle of this big giant parking lot,
Yeah.
and I park far at the end, so when I'm done my run, I have a long walk, like a kind of like a cool down walk and stuff. But when I pulled in there, right where I normally park, there's a cop like pointed with his nose out towards the street, but deep into the parking lot. And I was just like, oh shit, I can't park there, so I parked like on the side, like maybe 3 parking spots away from the sidewalk of the onto Walkley Road.
Yeah.
And I see the sign there, and it says, this parking lot is for churchgoers only, or for church patrons only. And so I was just like, fuck. But I just kind of brushed it off. I'm like, no, man, I park here all the time. Just because there's a goddamn fucking cop here doesn't mean like he's going to be all like, hey, you can't park. Dude, I've been parking here for like 5 years. And all of a sudden, just because you're sitting here... Anyway, so I get out of my car and I do my little bit of stretches and shit, and I kind of glance over. I try not to look at him because you try not to make attention. You just go about your business thing. But even though you know he's there, you just pretend you're going about your business, even though you're conscious of the fact that the cop's there.
Yes,
And,
it's a charade.
yeah, and I'm thinking like, fuck, this guy better not like give me like a. I don't know if cops can give tickets.
He can give you a hard time.
Yeah,
I don't think he can
or like
give
pull
you...
up and be like, "What are you parking here for?"
Yeah, I don't know if he can give you a ticket for parking.
Yeah. So anyway, I ended up just locking the car and I went for my run. Did 8K yesterday.
Nice.
8,000 kilometers.
That is so many kilometers.
No, it's just 8 kilometers. Yeah, it was hard though. Fucking the first 5 kilometers were wonderful. Just wonderful day. It was warm out. It was great. I'm getting a bit of a tan too. I'm getting some sun.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then the last 3 coming back were just awful, terrible. Just
Oh, the chafing.
Just talking to God, just like what the fuck.
Why have I done this?
And anyway, I got back to my car, and as I was coming around the corner on Walkley, just kind of look, like I can't remember how deep I parked in. I didn't see my car, and I'm like, I got a little freaked out for a second. Just for a second, I'm like, fucking cop had my car towed.
Oh.
But then, sure enough, my car was there. But the fucking really funny thing is that the cop, when he was there earlier, he was in a Suburban, like a big SUV type of thing,
yeah.
cop car. And I was walking up, there was no cop there. Then all of a sudden, the cop whips down Walkley and pulls into the church parking lot, does like a U-turn and parks behind my car. But I'm still like half a block away, but I can see it happening. And I walk up and I walk into the churchyard, and he's like literally parked behind my car. And I walked towards it, and then he drove away.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Man, fuck cops.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. It was
That's
like
just-
like it took me 45 minutes to do my run. Did you really like wait for me to come back and then do this big display of like rip? Because he ripped into the parking lot, this church parking lot. It was empty, and he did this big U-turn at the end of the parking lot and came and he stopped all short, like behind my not screeching halt, but he like braked and like went from like 30 to 0 and like stop, and he was like parked behind my car.
He just wanted to show off his dick.
Fucking
It's like, look at me.
Anyway, my point of that whole story is when I got back to the house, I decided to clean my place. And I got some of it done, but not all of it done. So, yeah, but this morning when I woke up, I was like, I'm going to clean my place.
Nice.
And all I did was my shower, and now I don't want to do anything. So maybe there's no point to this story at all. I'm just really lazy, and I just don't care. I'll live in squalor and filth and stink.
Your place looks great. I'm in it right now. Your place looks great. I mean, and I can't throw stones. I've had a load of laundry that I've had to do for ever. I'm going to run out of shirts, all my sweet band t-shirts. I haven't done my dishes. I managed to like sweep and mop yesterday, which made me feel really good because there was just like, obviously the mop always like, or the broom always freaks out Alice, but I kind of rationalized to her, I'm like, this is your fault though. There's so much fur everywhere. I need to do this. But I mean, I've had nothing but free time and I just can't make myself do that shit.
Well, we talked about it last week because you were on vacation where your work basically called you up and said, take a week off with pay.
Yeah.
And that was your vacation. And your food truck is still kind of retooling.
Yeah.
And you said, I haven't done anything. And I was just like, no, as long as you get up and do your dishes, you've accomplished something for the day. You're in your week. Your work actually told you could take a second week off with pay.
Yeah, I'm in week 2.
So you're in your second week and you still have done nothing. So no, it's on you now. Yeah, you're just awful. You're lazy. You're terrible.
No.
You're a nothing happening son of a bitch is what you are.
Oh.
No.
Ow. I resemble those remarks.
Yeah. No good, nothing happening, some bitch.
Oh man.
But I'm doing cleaning, like I understand, like I clean, like, well, here's the thing. There's a difference between cleaning your place and just like tidying up, right?
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes my place gets messy. I take my socks off at the end of the day and just whip them across the living room and they sit in the corner for a couple of days, you know? And you straighten up and you tidy up, but every once in a while you have to do like a deep clean of your place. And that's what I'm kind of, that was what was in my brain yesterday. It's like I went to the grocery store and I bought all these like fucking bleach products and shit where I was just going to get down and dirty. And I haven't done it to the extent that I want to, because even though my place isn't that big, it's still daunting when you're standing there and you're just like, oh God.
Yeah.
So I did all my dishes and shit, but I was spraying like the bleach into the corners of the counters and, you know, cleaning the stove like really good and just trying to disinfect everything because whatever. And then when in my bathroom, I was cleaning like the shower, like into the, like, cause I have these glass sliding doors. So it was like,
you were getting the
cleaning in the tracks and shit, you know, trying to get like all the gross. I have this scrub brush that I was just like scrubbing in between, like almost like flossing. You know what I mean?
Yike.
Yeah, it sucked. All this weird, like, orange soap scum shit was, like, raining upon me. Yeah, but, yeah, it's gross.
Gross. Well, good job.
Yeah, that's it, though. Now I just have to do, I have to vacuum the other part of my house, and then I have to do a strong launder.
Yeah. I gotta do a strong launder. I've got to, oh, man, I have so many things to do. But I'm going to have some more time to do them because I'm probably going to be going down to like 2 days a week at the restaurant. We're going to only be open for like 2 days a week, like the Friday, Saturday. And so I've already basically said, I'm like, listen, I'm not eligible for CRB, so I would like to work as much as possible. But that's still going to be 2 days a week. So I am fucked.
Well, you're not fucked because you have 2 jobs.
As hopefully the second one starts up again.
Yeah, you just have to arrange it properly, and
Yeah.
hopefully you're able to get extra shifts at the food truck.
I don't want to start dancing for nickels again.
Can you speak into the microphone? You're a professional. Jesus
Sorry,
Christ,
I was trying not to yawn into the
How many
microphone.
goddamn episodes do we have to do? No, but you have a second job, and now that it's all like reopened and shit like that, now that the truck has been found, the new one,
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to level it out. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you make more money at the other job,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Even if you have to work 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday,
Yep.
because
Gonna be
really
fun
you're only
times.
asking for one extra shift at the food truck then, because you already worked normally 3 shifts a week at the food truck, right?
Yeah,
And then
I think
4 days a week. So you were working basically 7 days a week anyway. Well, 6 days a week anyway.
I
You
was
only had
I was
Mondays
working
off.
6 days a week.
So yeah, it's the same thing. It's just different schedule.
Yeah.
So there you are. And you won't have to do those. Oh, you will have to do those double shifts again.
That's all right. I'll live.
Yeah. Well,
Daddy's got bills to pay.
well, that's the way she goes. You know what I mean? Like we were talking last night. We had a barbecue last night.
We did. It was lovely.
Nice. We sat down. We had some beers. First beers in quite a while.
Mhm.
A couple of weeks. And yeah, we were just talking about how we absolutely waste our lives working,
Yep.
and especially working at fucking doing shit we don't want to do. And I keep covering this topic, and it's like over and over and over again. But it's just like I'm getting to a point where it's just like I gotta fucking find something I like doing. I have to, even if it means being poor and just cover. I don't know, because it doesn't matter what job you get nowadays. You'll still be able to cover, unless you live in some crazy lavish fucking out of your means place, which neither of us do. We live in places where basically we work, but every dime we make goes into just living at our places.
Yes.
And
So at least that's the case with me. Yeah.
so we could do that. Well, it's the same here, which is shitty to say because I used to anyway. But if you can make that kind of money anywhere, why do you stay where you want to? Why do you stay where you don't want to be? Like, fuck,
Yeah.
I need to. I didn't get that job, by the way. Yeah, we all know that. I haven't talked about it much because I don't want to talk about it. Because I haven't really processed the actual response I have yet for it. So I'm not even going to talk about it. I don't even want to bring it up. Let's change the subject. But now, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
What would be your ideal job?
No job at all. But that's impossible. So I don't know. That's the thing. Who knows?
Would you want to do like a high fidelity, like have your own record shop?
No. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, like if it did well and it was like easy to come by, of course, that'd be awesome. But I don't know if I have the energy to fucking build it. Nor do I, I don't know. This is a bad conversation right now. I'd rather not even think about all this shit.
Okay.
I just think we waste our lives working at places we don't like, and I have no solution on how to change that. And again, there's people out there that love their jobs, and I'm so envious, and you should feel very lucky and grateful that you have that in your life. If you wake up in the morning and go, I can't wait to get to work today. And when you're there, you're like, I can't believe I get paid for this. You know what I mean? I envy you, and you people should fucking really, really be thankful that you have that opportunity. Because the majority of the people in the world, I know there's people that can be like, oh, I love my job. Oh, what is he? Okay, fine. But the majority of the people in the world work to fucking enjoy themselves outside of their shitty jobs because that's just the way the world is.
Yep.
What did you call it?
What, like the work to live to work?
Yeah, you called it yesterday. You said, welcome to capitalism.
Oh yeah, welcome to capitalism.
There you go. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Capitalistic hellhole. That's where we are.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing? With your week?
Stewing.
Stewing?
Yeah. And no, nothing. I just been going to my current job and you know, getting by. I'm getting vaccinated tomorrow.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. I ran into my pharmacist, Fiona, who owns the pharmacy or works at I don't know if it's her pharmacy or whatever, but she works at it at the grocery store near my house. And it's the grocery store I go to all the time, but she's also like where I get my meds and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went out pick up some food the other day, you and I, to eat, because eating is what we do. And as we were at the checkout, I saw Fiona talking to one of the customer service girls. Pardon me, sorry. One of the customer service thems.
Now you're just being petty.
Ah, fuck them. And I said, hang on, let's just wait. And you're like, what are you waiting for? I said, just give me a sec. And then Fiona, because they were talking about the COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And she came around the corner, sort of, and I said, what's the wait on the COVID thing? And she's like, long story short, she's just like, show up tomorrow at 8 p.m., early when I first open, and I'll sign you up for the, like, most available appointment or whatever. So I'm like, cool. So I went there at 8 a.m. the next morning, and I walked in, and she signed me up, and I have this was Friday, and I have my appointment on Monday, tomorrow, at 10:45 for my first shot.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
I am very happy for you, and I am looking forward to when I qualify for when I can get that done.
Well, it's the AstraZeneca vaccine, which is not... The FDA didn't approve it in the States for usage. Not like it's not approved as an actual vaccine, but the Pfizer and the Johnson and Moderna, I think, is in the States, are the primary ones. But it was approved for Canada and Europe. So, but now people are all like, "Oh, it's the fake vaccine," and you know, like, what? I'm gonna wait till the good ones come out, because people want, I guess, they want like the Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer and shit like that.
That name brand shit.
And there was a study of something results that you can potentially get a blood clot from the AstraZeneca vaccine. So people are just being like, "Oh God, don't take that one," because, you know, it's just like, fuck off. It's basically just, you know, a year ago. Oh God, it's too early to get into this conversation. Let's not. I'm getting vaccinated tomorrow at 10:45.
I know.
And the people that feel strongly that this is not a real vaccine, or just are waiting for the real vaccine, good on you. But I'm starting the process tomorrow because I'm confident with it, and I've done my research, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of hoping more people, well, if people keep being like turning up their nose at AstraZeneca, then maybe they'll lower the
Well, that's
the age rate.
That's the whole reason, like, the 40-somethings have been pushed to the front, is because nobody wants to get it. All, like, the fucking older people and the... Anyway, I don't know all the details. I just think everyone's stupid. It just goes in line with fucking everything else that's wrong with the fucking society these days when it comes to this goddamn COVID pandemic. But yeah, like I was saying last night, it's just like I've basically written off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of, you know, I was planning, and everyone has these hopes like, oh, you know, maybe by the end of summer everything's going to be great, and maybe by like Christmas. It's just like, yeah, but that's the end of the year anyway.
Yeah.
If you have plans, or if you're trying to do stuff and all that crap, just for my sake, you do what you want. But me, I'm writing off the year. January 1st, 2022 will be my, okay, let's see where we're at.
Yep. Let's
But-
try this again.
Yeah, but for the next, like, it's already May. There's only, like May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh, shit, there's like 8 months left of this year. I thought there was less. But we'll see. Like, I've pretty much written off the summer. The summer is going to be very much like what we do now, where it's just, like, hanging out back, which is great. having a couple of beers, barbecuing and stuff, but there ain't going to be no fucking big get-togethers. Even if when I get vaccinated on Monday, pardon me, I still need a second shot, and everyone that I've talked to, a few of my friends have gotten their first round of vaccinations, and it's 4 months. It's like August where we get our second,
Yeah.
and then after the second one, you still have to wait like 2 to 4 weeks or something like that before you're fully vaccinated. So you're looking into like September, early October before you're like, okay, I'm good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just going to, if we've come this far, a year and a bit, I guess, in total of this fucking bullshit. So I can last another 8 months before 2022. I think like the majority of people should be vaccinated who will be vaccinated, I guess. And I think slowly things will get back to new normal. So there. What do you feel about that?
I'm hoping that enough people go for the vaccine as soon as they can, that they're not going to be like pussyfooting around waiting for like the ultimate one or like the most name brand or what have you. Like, I hope they're just going to go out and get it, and that enough people are getting it now that a couple months from now everybody gets their second shot, and then, or however many shots they need, and that by the tail end of this year we're going to have more people vaccinated than not.
Well, the beauty of the vaccination is that it's going to open our bubbles up a little bit, right? Where you hang out with like the person, like neither you or I are vaccinated, but we've spent the last year together, right? We're the only people that we hang out with, but a vaccinated person can hang out with a vaccinated person with zero transmission of it, right? So how great would that be if we both get vaccinated and like Bob and Kim get vaccinated? Then we can actually hang out with them. We can plan like a 4-person fucking barbecue. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be wild.
Where it's just like, yeah, there's no harm, there's no fear of, you know what I mean?
I've completely forgotten how to socialize with other people.
Oh, it's hard, I know. It's not like it's, hey, we're vaccinated, let's go to a fucking music festival. That's going to be a,
that's later down the line.
But it's little steps, it's baby steps, or it's just like we can hang out with our friends and fucking sit on a patio in like a home patio or in the backyard and eat some ribs, have some beers, and have some laughs without a fucking fear of anyone like fucking. That's very exciting.
That is exciting.
I think.
Yeah, it'll be nice to actually see, like, be in a safe enough place to actually see another human person.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's been a long time.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't know how to socialize with people. I barely knew before. Now I'm just like, how do I?
Well, it's gonna
people.
We will be. It'll be like a work in progress. It was just like the other time where I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast where I had made the plans with Eric, my buddy Eric.
Right.
Like a month ago, where I'm like, let's get together on Friday and go to the grocery store and buy meat, and then we'll barbecue, and then we'll get drunk, and I'll crash at your place. And
how did that go?
Oh, it didn't go because the whole situation as it got closer became overwhelming to me. You know what I mean? It's like, how about like just the whole process of like, what the fuck, because it's been so long since I've done it. So I ended up calling him and just saying like, yeah, I'm going to bail. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And we talked on the phone for like 45 minutes. And at the end of it, we were just like, that's all I got.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, me too. Okay, cool. Talk to you later. I haven't talked to him since. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
all
just,
you needed.
It's just like, oh man. The reason it sounded so appealing is just because you haven't done it in a while, right?
Yeah.
But even when there was no pandemic before COVID, I never would call Eric up and say, we're going to spend the next 24 hours together, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who
happened.
Are you?
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's just like, because we're all just so thirsty for it. It's just like, don't do that. It's
You're
just,
jonesing for human interaction.
yeah. And especially just not being around people for so long. You just thrust each other into this social thing just because that's not right. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all going to happen in small increments. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, it'll just be like anything else.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with your buds and stuff like that. But, as you get older, you don't hang out with your friends as much anyway.
Yeah.
So,
My parents have both had their first. I can't remember if they're doing 2 shots or if they're doing a single shot, but they both had a vaccine, and I'd love to get to a point where obviously I get mine and I can actually, like, I haven't seen my family in pretty much since this started. Like I talk to them quite a lot now, but I haven't actually seen my fam in like a year and a half. That's a long time. I would like to be able to visit my parents while I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's normally what people do. They visit their people, right?
Yeah.
No, whatever. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. Once you get vaccinated, you can go see them. You should. You should
Yeah.
take a trip up there and spend a weekend. You know?
And it'll be the same thing like with you and Eric. I'll get there for a weekend. I'll be like, okay, I'm good. I'm good now.
Of course. Yeah, because it's the same bullshit.
Yeah.
So you called the drive
test.
center? The drive
Yeah,
center?
I didn't call them. I looked them up. And apparently they are I think they're pausing like road tests because you have to be in a car with somebody, but you can still go and write your test. Like you can still go and for like the G1 or like M1 or whatever the hell, you can actually go and still write the test. So there's no excuses. We can still do the thing.
Okay. Have you studied?
I actually have an app on my phone that asks me questions off of the test, and 90% of them I feel like really good and confident about. I mean, it's a lot of it is common sense. A lot of it is like if you're a passenger in a car and you pay even a modicum of attention, you're gonna figure this shit out.
You need to know road signs too, eh?
Yeah.
One whole sheet front and back is road signs.
Yes, they do. They do question. They do question you about road signs and their meaning. The only ones that kind of fuck me up sometimes are the distances when they're like, "Oh, you're passing some motherfucker on a bike." Like, what is the exact amount of distance that you should be away from them at any given time?
Oh, see, I couldn't answer that question.
Yeah, see?
It'd be up in the air. Yeah.
So yeah, it's things like that, like, or it's like how
That's where reading.
it's very technical.
You just have to know the answer from the book then.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, that's
It's just like as long as they don't hit the fucking prick.
Yep. I'll just swing my door open.
And then yell at them. Get the fuck. Excuse me.
Get 2 more wheels, asshole.
Fucking bikers, man.
Yeah, but no, I've studied a bit. I feel relatively confident. I want to read over it some more, but I say, like, if we could just set a date and be like a hard deadline to make sure that we study and be like, okay, we're gonna go write it on this day.
Do you know how much it costs per test?
I do not know.
Don't look it up now. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, figure out how much it costs too, because I gotta fucking fit it into my budget. Everything's expensive these days.
Yeah.
What a shitty thing. But I don't know. Yeah, I'll do it. I guess. I have to.
You got to read your book.
Yeah, I have to buy a battery for the motorcycle too, so I can get it started up and I don't know, make sure it didn't seize up over the winter that I left it buried in a snowbank. Whatever.
Oh,
It's
poor
like,
Jet.
but whatever. It's like a vehicle. Look at the cars. Like my car spent the winter in the driveway covered in snow. You just brush it off and it fires up. They're made for something, They're made for like they should be pretty resilient to
Hardy.
shit. Yeah, it's not like you can. Oh God, it's raining. Bring the car inside. You know what I mean? Like not everyone has a garage.
Oh, a car hole.
Car hold. Anyway. But yeah, we'll look into that and I don't know. It'd be good to get it started and see it through. Something to strive for, something different for a bit.
Yeah, it'll be nice to have a project.
Well,
that
it'd
has,
be
like,
good
a
if you
specific deadline.
can write your beginners. Is it a beginners or it's the G1, right? When you write it, do you get your G1?
I believe so.
Or do you have to take a test to get a G1?
You have to write. If you pass the test, I believe you get your G1, which is basically like your trainer's.
But are you allowed to drive a car with the G1? Like say you just went in and rode it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you how it happened back in my day. Back in my day, is that you would, as soon as you hit 16, you were eligible to go write your beginner's test.
Okay.
So as soon as I hit 16, it was like that weekend, I went down to the MTO and I wrote my beginner's test, and then I had my beginner's license. What my beginner's was is that I could drive a car, but I had to have a licensed driver with me. So if we got pulled over, they'd be like, I'm the licensed driver. This is the learner, but
Yeah.
at least they have their beginners, so everything's cool. You know what I mean? Is it the same thing with a G1?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, I believe you have to have, because you have the G1 so that you can actually get some driving training, because, I mean, when you have the G1, you can do driver's school before you would go and write your final test.
So technically, there's no real beginner's license. There's not that beginner's process anymore. It's basically you just go into stages of the G license.
I think so.
Okay. I took driver's ed in high school because if you take at least back then, if you took the class, it reduced your insurance like quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I took standard, how to drive standard, like stick.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's where I learned. It was hard at first, but then I got it. And then every car I ever had was until my recent stuff has been, I don't even think they but I don't think they sell like fucking standard cars anymore. Everything's automatic now. You have to unless it's like a super crazy sports car or something like that.
I was going to say, unless you're one of those guys where it's like you need to control your own gears and speed.
Yeah. But when it just comes to everyday domestic fucking vehicles.
The sedan.
Yeah, I think they're all automatic now, which is weird. I might be completely wrong on that. But you used to have the choice. Do you want this in standard or automatic? And standard?
I would say I've definitely been in more, because more automatic cars. But I do notice it all the time when I do get in a standard vehicle, because they make me sick.
Why?
It's the shifting of it's not so bad if I'm in the front seat, but say I'm in like an Uber where I'm in the back seat. Something about the shifting of gears, the sudden slow and go makes me so ill.
Weird.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Yeah, I liked shifting gears. I liked standard cars. When I was younger, the car that I had at my house. Well, I didn't have the car, but it was my mom's car that my sister eventually took over, and it was this little Toyota Tercel hatchback, just useless. You know what I mean? It was gray and just it was like a mom car, big time in like the 90s, I guess. No, it was an 80s model, but anyway, just a box, weird. Anyway,
Love it.
but it was standard, so I just assumed, since that's going to be my car to drive, since my sister drives it, I might as well learn it. So I took the standard class and I learned how to drive it, and then my dad didn't let me drive for like a year.
Oh.
Yeah, he just wouldn't let me drive. I had my full license. Well, I had my license, basically what you called it. You don't say I had my full G or my full. I passed my test. I got my driver's license, and then he wouldn't let me drive for a year. Fucking dick. And then I guess he was just scared. He was worried because I was kind of young.
Yeah.
But whatever. And then one day he just let me take the car. He's like, "Yeah, you can take the car today." I'm like, "Really?"
Wow.
And my sister was all mad because she had just claimed it as her. It's my car. It's like, whatever. Maybe that's why he didn't let me drive, because he didn't want to cross my sister. It's true. He liked my sister way more than he liked me. He did. Or he treated her nicer. Well, until he lost his fucking mind and yelled at us like banana. But whatever. Yeah, he always liked my sister more.
Oh.
But I was like the son of like the hard ass Japanese upbringing, so I had to fucking always be like, go out and get a job and fucking do better, even though I had no instruction whatsoever. My dad's advice to me as a kid was, world don't owe you nothing, and you gotta work hard because the world don't owe you nothing. That's all he'd ever say to me.
Inspiring.
The world don't owe you nothing. Dad, I'm kind of upset. I'm sad. World don't owe you nothing. Go work out. Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, geez, Louise.
It was comforting. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very comforting.
Like a nice warm hug.
Yeah, you wonder why I grew up so fucked up and cold and harsh.
Oh.
It's true. It's true. You know, I care about my dad. I do. I love him. I love my dad. But fuck, I didn't learn a goddamn thing from him.
That's rough.
It is hard, you know, and I think it's like, and losing my mom at such a young age, that's like a nurturing parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if your dad's like a hard ass, my mom was a very nurturing person, and you lose that at a young age when I was like 13. And then you just lose a lot of values, and you lose a lot of lessons, and you lose a lot of shit, and you rely on another parent to kind of fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
And when the other parent just doesn't know how to do it and is thrust into it, it's like, fair enough. Sorry, you know, this happened to you, but it happened to us too. You better fucking learn pretty quick, or at least try your best.
Yeah.
Not just get mad at us because we're still here too. Whatever. I didn't learn much from my dad. My dad was always just fucking, he just always seemed kind of mad that he had to do it. You know what I mean? Which I can relate, because now that I'm older and I don't like doing anything, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what kind of has rubbed off on me from him, I guess. Or maybe that's how he feels, or maybe it's just genetics. Where it's just like, I remember he used to just kind of, I don't know. My mom would take care of us, and my dad would like finish work, and he would just go drinking with the boys, and he'd come home at like midnight and shit like that. And I can totally relate to that. That sounds awesome. You know what I mean? But I don't have kids right now, so if I had kids that were just kind of left in my, I don't know why I'm getting all deep into this, but whatever. Let's move on.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm bitter.
It's the moral of the story.
But I don't care anymore either, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's there and it bugs me when I think about it, but it doesn't affect my everyday doing of things. Whatever. I got to be the bigger guy always, especially in these days. It's like, oh yeah, nothing's sorted or nothing's figured out, but you know, you should really fucking be nice. Okay, I'll be nice.
Be nice.
Yeah. Whatever. So, yeah, I don't know.
You want to play a song?
Sure, let's do that. This is a super cool band called A Vulture Wake. The singer of the band, his name is Chad Price, and he used to be the singer in the band All, if you know that stuff. Anyway, cool. So I've been kind of into it. This is a song called Bucket. This is A Vulture Wake on Ego and Vice, episode 71.
All I'm feeling is fear. Sky fills with
So Mortal Kombat sucked.
Yeah, it was not good. It's pretty bad when you're nostalgic for the 90s one and you're like, that was better.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was incredibly bad.
I found it kind of slow and draggy, and everyone. I hated everyone in it, and none of it made any real sense. They were just on all these weird different places all the time, and
yeah.
I don't get it. I didn't get it.
No, I didn't. Oh, hello, Tombo. I did not give a shit about any single character whatsoever. I could understand maybe half the characters when they spoke.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
And I did not give a shit. The only person I liked was Kano. And even then, I was like, that's not enough to save this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have fell asleep halfway through it or something, or just like I was still awake, but I was just like zoned out because it's like every time I would snap back into like watching it, it would just be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. It was completely disconnected. It was,
and it was just so budget. The acting was bad, and everything was just so cheap feeling.
yeah, the CGI was really bad.
Yeah, with that. Yeah,
That ogre thing, I can't remember his fucking name.
I can't either.
I was also like, I played some Mortal Kombat, but I wasn't like hardcore about it. So I'm sure there may have been like little Easter eggs and things where I'm like, oh, I missed it, but I don't think
Who
I don't think
cares?
it was.
Who cares? Have they ever made a video game movie that's actually good?
Ooh, I don't know.
Like, the ones that pop into my mind are like Resident Evil, but those were kind of shitty too, and they didn't even have like they had Mila Jovovich or whatever her name is
Mila Jovovich, yeah.
playing a girl named Alice who isn't even in the fucking video games.
Yeah,
it was
I
just
know.
this weird character, and then they tried to incorporate like some of like Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy and shit, Chris Redfield like later on, but it was all like, what's happening? Like, those movies were fun, I guess, but they kind of sucked too. They were like budgety feeling movies.
I remember I did not watch just because I heard it was so awful. There was a Blood Rain movie they made, and Blood Rain was a PS2 game that I really enjoyed.
Right.
And it became a joke because Uwe Boll directed it, and apparently he is just the
Right.
worst.
Right.
I don't know if Doom was any good.
No, that was with The Rock. That apparently,
Yeah.
I saw most of that. That was bullshit. It was a piece of shit.
Mila Jovovich is in another one called Monster Hunter or some shit.
Oh, I don't know. What
Never
that is.
played that game. Yeah, I honestly. Oh, they're making that Nathan Drake movie.
Oh yeah, Uncharted with
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, we'll
I don't
see how that.
understand that casting unless
No,
it's
I
like
don't
a-
understand
unless
that
it's a-
casting either.
Yeah, I can see if it's like a young Nathan Drake, but he's got to grow up, and it's not Tom Holland, who's like 5'7" and 120 pounds.
Yeah, it is an odd casting. I think they cast him just because he was hot at the time.
Well, it's stupid. Well, of course, the movie might suck, and they might never make another one. So
True.
Who gives a shit, right?
Oh, I actually enjoyed Angelina Jolie as Tomb Raider.
Oh, I don't think I ever really saw those movies.
The new one with
I just saw that one. It was good. I enjoyed that.
okay,
one.
I
Yeah.
heard that one was not great.
I didn't want to see that one because it looked exactly like the video game.
Yes.
But then I started playing Rise of the Tomb Raider like last week, and I came across Tomb Raider, and I was just like, fuck it, I'll just watch it. It was good. It was just kind of very Indiana Jonesy adventure-y type of movie. You know what I mean? With tombs and temples and booby traps and
Yeah.
I-
I mostly liked the Angelina Jolie ones because Angelina Jolie was in her prime. She was
Yeah,
going
right.
to kick my ass,
right.
and I would say thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of any other video. I'm sure there's several.
Yeah. Well, listeners at home, tell us, what's your favorite or least favorite video game movie? I want to know. Oh, they're also doing Last of Us.
Yeah, I don't like the casting in that either.
I don't like it. Yeah, I love Pedro Pascal,
He's-
but it
he's-
should.
he's like Spanish. Joel is like a he's like a white cowboy.
It should have been like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Fucking rights, man. That would have been awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Attaboy. Yeah, you know it, darling. I liked Pedro Pascal. Is that his name?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
He was-
I love him.
He's great. He's a great actor. He was The Mandalorian's awesome, but he's not
Joel.
He's not Joel from The Last of Us.
No.
Like, just put your own fucking 2 cents worth together in that. Come on. Just saying.
Yeah. I would have been happy with
And that girl they cast as Ellie, that weird dead-eyed looking fucking monster of a kid. Have you seen that kid?
Tell me how you really feel.
Holy fuck, man. She's like freaky looking. Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, there's no good. I know they made a Hitman movie. I never saw it. I know they made a Max Payne movie.
Oh God, wasn't that Marky Mark?
Yeah, but apparently that was a piece of shit. I think I actually saw that. I think it was a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
They made a.
Oh, they made a World of Warcraft movie.
Oh yeah, didn't we see that?
No, but I heard it was also a piece of shit.
Well, they're all pieces of shit because they have to reinvent an entire story because video games don't have that strong of a plot.
No.
They just have an idea that you kind of like, oh, okay, I buy that. That's fine. I have to defend something from something to something and then fight this thing. How do you make like a 2-hour actual intelligent story out of that, like live action? Like it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your whole job is just shoot and loot.
Shoot, loot, shoot, loot.
That's all I look for.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a Grand Theft Auto movie.
Oh God.
Just some super over-the-top, violent fucking movie. I'm surprised they didn't cash in on that somehow.
I don't know what studio would be like, yeah, let's totally do that. We won't get any shit for it whatsoever. I don't know if anybody is willing to go that way. I mean, how do you make that movie?
I don't know. You just pick a character, and you just have to go out and do a whole have adventures, have a storyline where you're out doing jobs for somebody, and then someone wrongs you, and then you have to get revenge on half the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's not really what Grand Theft Auto's about, but kind of. You just have to do really crazy, over the top, fucking illegally violent things with no conscience or
Yep.
or fear of consequence. Sociopath. Or,
yeah.
yeah.
That's nice.
There you go.
I haven't played the Grand Theft Autos much. I did play 5 for a little bit, but I actually got and it was wild for me. I actually got overwhelmed by the vastness of the game. Just because there was so much to do. But I liked, what was his name? Trevor?
Yeah, the crazy hillbilly dude.
The crazy hillbilly, but he used to get mad because he thought people were making fun of his accent because he was Canadian. And he'd get all mad and he'd go on a killing frenzy.
Yeah, right.
I liked him. He was wild.
Yeah, Trevor.
But yeah, I don't know if they'll ever make a Grand Theft Auto movie. I'd probably watch it. It would be awful.
Yeah. Real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why they don't do it.
Probably. I'm surprised they haven't made a Fast and Furious video game yet.
Haven't they?
No. I don't think so. Make it like the Need for Speed games?
Well, what were the biggest video games ever? Like Halo? Has there been a Halo movie?
There might be an animated movie, but but there hasn't been a big budget film. No.
Super Mario Brothers. They made a Super Mario Brothers movie.
They sure did. I have never seen it.
I think I saw bits of it. With Bob Hoskins and...
John Leguizamo?
yeah, that dude.
Oh, shit.
Mario and Luigi.
Yep.
Yep. Spawn. Oh, wait. That's a comic book. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it anymore. It's hurting my brain.
My poor brains.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I got nothing else to say. Plus, I'm really surly and angry, and I'm just going to keep fucking putting my anger forth and get myself in trouble.
All right, let's get out of here then.
Yeah, my back's sore, and I got chafe in my bum
Oh no!
from running yesterday.
Oh, from the running.
People who run will understand. It's more of my inner thighs that are a little raw, so it's not a good feeling. And sitting is like your comfort thing, but it hurts to sit, and I have to sit to do this. So, fuck it. Anyway, all right. This has been Ego and Vice, episode 71. Do you have any last words? I apologize for cutting it short, but I really gotta go.
No, that's all right. Just as always, stay safe, wear your masks. Check out Shoppers, Rexall, and your local pharmacy to see when and if you can get your vaccine, and then for fuck's sake, go get it.
Yeah, if you're over 40, you can. Just
Yeah.
go to your pharmacist and say, I'd like to sign up, and they'll sign you up. It might not be like tomorrow, but at least you'll be on the list. Faster than waiting for like an emailed or that thing you get in the online where it's just like, oh, random sign up for this.
Yeah.
At least you'll be on a personal one-on-one with your pharmacist who will actually see you. You can see them write your name on a piece of paper, not just out in the ether expecting to get this random phone call. It's like, it's your time.
Yep.
Whatever. Yeah, but get vaccinated, you slobs.
You unwashed masses.
Yeah. So maybe next year we can actually have fun with our lives as opposed to just waste them like now. Okay, I really gotta go.
Okay, all right. This has been episode 71 of Ego and Vice. That is Mike.
Meh.
I am Steph, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.
Wanna